Welcome back to Wives on the Island. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jessica. And today we are going to catch up because it's been a while since we've recorded. And then we are going to discuss seeing life through our children's eyes. And then we're going to wrap it up with some pop culture. So, how have things been for you?
Wild. Crazy. Wild. Obviously, we took a week off. We just had so much going on in our lives. The kids are in school. My daughter finally started school. And it was so nice because I was so worried about her. And Jess, she literally, before the teachers even got her out of the car, she was like, "Bye, Mommy." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Bye, bye." And I was like, okay. But then I picked her up and she was crying throughout the day. They said she had tears in her eyes. Even when I came picked her up, I felt so bad. But then I took her again on Thursday because she only goes Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then she was like, "Bye, Mommy," again. And I was like, okay, this is great. And she had a great day at school. And then this past week, Tuesday, she was crying and she did not want to leave. But she had such a great day. And she goes to a little church preschool, nothing crazy. And they are pretty high tech. They use an app. They constantly send me pictures, videos of her in music class to let me know she's okay. And I really appreciate the communication with it. So it makes me feel a lot better. And I just thinking back about how when my son went to the Choose program and I was paying literally $800 a month for this, and I would get a weekly email on Fridays of what they did all week, and I didn't hear a thing. And I was okay with that, but I'm so glad that's not the case with my daughter because it's just different. She's a younger too, and it's just different. But so she finally went, but it's just been crazy because I'm also class mom for my son. And usually things don't get into motion until Halloween and, just later in the season. But his assistant teacher's birthday was last Friday, so I already had to send out communication hey, this person and I are your class moms this year. We're trying to collect for this, for the birthday coming up, and getting everybody's money donations and then going out and buying things. It was really good. We got almost $300.
Oh, wow.
To donate to this teacher. Yeah. So we gave her $200 cash, $50 J. Crew gift card, and then we bought her flowers, got her coffee. She got she really likes Oreos and chocolate covered almonds, and then so we just did those kind of things. But let me tell you, that was so stressful. Oh, and flowers, they write what kind of flowers they like, and lilies, and I'm I don't know anything about flowers. I just buy whatever's on sale at Publix when I want. Yeah, when I want nice flowers, and I actually did today, but it was half off, and I don't care what flowers they are. I don't really have a preference. Lily. So everybody talks about Trader Joe's flowers. I only used to shop at Trader Joe's when I was in New Jersey. I've never been to the one by us here. So I was let me take my daughter's in school. Let me take a trip there for the first time in 8 years. One, expensive. Two, they were not bloomed yet. They were still closed. So I was ugh. And then they just looked it looked sad. It looked like a sad little bunch, and it was expensive. But I was oh. So when I put them in a vase that I bought from the dollar store, it just looked bare. So that morning, her birthday morning, I was taking my son to school. That morning I went to Kroger and just got filler flowers. And then we also got her a J. Crew gift card. So I'm okay, I'll just stop at Publix and get a J. Crew gift card, right?
Right.
No. I went to 2 different Publix, 2 Walgreens, Walmart, CVS. Nobody had a J. Crew gift card. And I personally don't shop at J. Crew, so I didn't know there was a store literally down the street from the Trader Joe's where I was that day. And I was whatever. I'm what do I do? Do I go to that store and then I'll bring it to her in the afternoon? Do I print one out? And I texted the other classmate. I was what do I do? She's just print it out for her. I was okay, cool. I print it out, or I buy it. I do email. I send it to myself so I can print it out. I don't get it right away. And it says it's going to be delivered. It says my address by September 2nd. And I was what? It says email. So I chat with them at 7 because they weren't open at 6:45 when I did it. I chat with them and they're no, you'll get it. We send a bunch out. We send the gift cards out periodically throughout the day. I was no, I need it within the next hour. So then I get it 45 minutes later. And I'm like, perfect, let me print it out. I have no ink in my printer. It was like everything that could go wrong that morning went wrong. I was gonna like lose it. And I was like, whatever. So then I text the other class mom who actually works at the school. She's the same age teacher, like the class my son's in. And she's like, it's fine, I'll just print it out here. Like, we have a printer. I go to her class to like get it. And she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I forgot. Let me print it out right now. She goes, print it out. Printer's offline. I was like, what the hell? She's like, I'll just bring it over to her. You know, it's not a problem. But yeah, so just like all the school stuff, it's just been a lot. It was back to school night or like parent night or whatever last night. So I had to do that. And then today's my husband's birthday. My son had his first show and tell today. He was very excited.
What did he bring? His cars?
He brought a Lego car that he made with my husband, and he like said, you know, like my dad and I made this, and today's his birthday. So yeah, he was really excited about it. And then my daughter, let me tell you, Jess, did your kids take pacifiers?
No, they were finger suckers.
Okay, my kids are pacifier people. Not anymore. My son stopped when he was like around 2, and what we did was like, oh, the pacifier fairy is coming today. Yeah. Put it in a box, and then they give toys, and they take pacifiers. So I'm like, you know what? It's my daughter's 25 months, whatever, just over 2. And I was like, it's time, you know? Right. So I just cold turkey. We try to do the thing. I throw away the pacifiers. Just these past 2 weeks have been horrible. She's been fighting me on sleep, and she like to the point where she will not sleep, and then she starts hyperventilating. Like today, like she cries so hard, and I let her cry it out. I'm just like, you know, because then it's just like a constant loop. I have to let her like chill. But then today, I was like, I know she needs sleep, because yesterday she did not nap, and she wanted to like throw herself off like the bridge. Like seriously, it was horrible. I was like, girl, you need sleep. And I put her down. I was like, please go to sleep. I tried talking to her. She's like freaking out, screaming. So I was like, let me just try to rock her and see if she's even tired. Like, is she just going through that phase? Jess, she's literally falling asleep. And because she was crying and hyperventilating so much, she's like, and I was like, oh my God.
That breaks my heart. Oh, that gets me.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, it was so bad. So then I put her to sleep, and I'm like, I text my husband. I'm like, she needs to sleep. And I don't know what to do. He's like, give her the pacifier. She is little. Like, she's just, like, everybody's at their own pace.
She's just not ready
I'm like,
yet.
Yeah. So I threw him away.
So you had to go buy some.
So luckily I had one in the car, like a just in case one that like gave her on our trip to New Jersey. So I got it, and she woke up because when I rocked her in my arms, she fell asleep. I put her in her crib. She was fine, but then she woke up like 30 minutes later, and she was screaming again, like bloody murder. I walked in her room. I didn't even make a peep. I just handed her the pacifier. She laid back down and was out. And I was like, okay. And even tonight, like, I kid you not, for the past 2 weeks, every night, I'm like, it's time to go to bed. And I put her in her room. She's like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Today she was like, night, Mom. And like, right to bed, to sleep.
Yep.
No, I was like, okay, I'm just so worried about like orthodontic stuff, you know, because I had braces.
Yeah, I mean, don't stress about it.
I know. It's just like, I chat GPT, like, what are good pacifiers for, like, orthodontics
Not ready. She's just not ready yet. She'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, she might be 2.5. You know what I mean? Like 30.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 months isn't going to change, drastically for teeth. I mean, my older ones sucked these 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Until she was probably about 6. Because it's hard to stop their You know what I mean? It's hard to stop their fingers because it's on their body. You know what I mean? Like, you can't chop them off or anything like that. I would put, like, the nasty tasting stuff on it. Like, the paint. Like, you paint their nails with, like, it tastes like pepper or something. It's supposed to, like, be spicy when you put it. She would just... And then, once it was off, she's never needed braces. Her teeth are perfect. And she sucked these 2 fingers, the same fingers my brother sucked. And my brother had buck teeth, and like he had to have a spacer because the way he did it, like his mouth grew wrong. Meanwhile, my younger one sucked her thumb. She needed braces. She had buck teeth. She needed braces. I was a thumb sucker, and I didn't need braces. I needed braces because I have these things here, and they my teeth lay on this. And even with my braces, it didn't really do much. But
Interesting.
but it had nothing to do with sucking my thumb. Like I don't have an overbite. I didn't have any issue, and I sucked my thumb until I was 7.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's just
Yeah.
how you're, you know what I mean? I just think it's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've come to terms, like, if they're going to need braces, they're going to need braces, like,
Right.
one way or the other. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so common now. But yeah, I just, like,
But she needed
I thought we
her.
were going to
She
be,
needed it.
yeah. I
She
thought I
wasn't
was
ready.
just going to be like, yeah, we're going to, like, do this. Because, like, my son, literally, the nap was hard the first time we did it. But then by bedtime, he was absolutely fine. And moving forward, he was fine. But then with her, it's just been so bad. And, like, my husband and I are like, we literally can't go out because
Right.
she fights with us at night. And then for nap time, like, I can't just put her down and, like, go out when my husband's working. It's just, like, a big inconvenience for us. But then, like, I'm okay with her staying up, like, you know, Fridays especially. I'm like, yeah, let's go do stuff. But,
Right.
like, she's so miserable. She can't even tolerate herself, you know? So I'm
Right.
like, girl, you need sleep for your sake. So, you know, it is what it is. But,
She'll get there.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, but it's been good so far. And then the last thing I want to tell you is my brother bought a house today. He closed on his house, his very first home. I'm so happy for him. He just had like a lot of issues they were looking for a long time, and then they put in a bunch of offers, it got accepted, and then the people backed out. So I'm just happy that, like, they're, as my future sister-in-law said, they're about to, like, turn this house into a home together. And it's just,
I love
I'm just so happy for them. Yeah.
I'm happy. Oh, congratulations, sir. I am
Thank
so happy
you.
for him.
Yeah.
When do they move in?
They moved in today. They had everything
Oh, because they
ready
closed
to go.
today. Wow.
Yep, they closed today. I mean, even when we closed, I don't know if we stayed in the house our first
didn't.
night.
We
I'm not sure.
we didn't stay in the house for a while because we renovated and stuff. So
Yeah.
we didn't.
I mean,
we didn't move in right away.
we didn't have to renovate upstairs, and that's where, like, the bedrooms are. So, like, we stayed upstairs, but our master is downstairs. So, like, we had to do all renovations downstairs, not upstairs. I don't know if it was, like, the first night we just slept on an air mattress, but we had temporary living for a little bit through, you know, the company. So I think we went back there a couple nights. We were like, okay, this air mattress is not great.
Sucks.
But yeah, no, they're, like, ready to go. Pretty sure my brother took off tomorrow, Friday, and, like, they just had their bridal shower this past weekend too, so, like, they're
So they got
ready
gifts
to go.
and stuff, and they're like
Yes.
houses. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I'm so happy for
Yeah.
him and her.
Yeah, it's exciting. And then they get married on November 8th.
It's so great when like your babies grow up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and when I say that, like your
Yeah.
siblings, it's like
Yeah.
watching them grow up and like becoming husbands. Because I have a brother too, so I don't know
Yeah.
what it's like to have a sister, but
Yeah, I
watching
don't
them
know.
become husbands, and then you watch them become a dad, and it's just like you're like this. Ugh, like you remember
Yeah.
them when they were babies, and you're like ugh, and then now you're somebody's father, and that's weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
So,
I
it's
just
great.
think it's so funny. Like, I look at this, you know, now he's 25, and I'm like, weren't you just, like, taking videos of yourself, like, doing the jerk in your pajama pants, like, in my room, like, no, like, yesterday? It's just so, I literally have a video of him doing that. It's the funniest thing ever. But he really, like, was into the whole, like, dancing thing. It was so funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm so happy for
So-
both of them.
So
And,
proud of. Oh, I'm so
you
happy
know?
for them. That's exciting.
yeah.
How's your
So what's
your
going
mom
on with you?
doing
I know.
it? Hold on,
Oh,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
How's your mom doing with it? Is she like devastated because he's moving out?
So I believe they were supposed to originally close in September. So I think she had, like, time to cope. But then they were like, we're closing next week, last week. And she was like, wait, what? So I think she was, like, taken aback a little bit. I don't know. She said she was fine, but, like, I just think, like, as a mom, like, you can't be like, wait, all of a sudden, right now?
Right.
You know?
You
And
don't have to go
now,
now.
yeah. And now my, like, youngest brother will be, like, kind of home by himself when my
Right.
parents are out and stuff. So she's like, who's gonna be home with Joey? You know, I don't care about saying Joey's such a common name. And
I know.
she's like, who's gonna be home with Joey? You know, so
Because he's the baby. Poor thing.
yeah. But yeah, I think honestly, my dad is gonna, like, really
Oh,
miss
yeah.
him the most because they have a lot of common interests, similar. They're very similar, so I think he's just gonna, like, miss having his little boy around.
Yeah, well, now his little boy's going to
Yeah.
be somebody's husband, so
Yeah,
gotta get ready for that.
I know. So, you've had some big news. You did
Yes.
a drop off too.
Yeah, we did college drop off, and it was wonderful. I mean, I cried, so you knew that was going to happen. But I have to.
Yeah.
So I cried as we were like driving her out of the neighborhood. I was like just like tearing up, and she's like, "What? Stop!" And then like she's tearing up, and I was like, "Okay, okay, let's put on some music, and we won't cry." And I know she's not far, like she's an hour away, but it was like my husband had packed up his car, and he had to go to work that Friday. So then because the way that it works is like they give you like an hour a block of time that you come and move in. So hers was one. So it was like, I'll meet you at this place. We like met at a meetup spot so that we could just drive in together and park next to each other, because he had most of her stuff and then I had like 2 or 3 boxes that she still needed that wouldn't fit in his car. And so when we got there, it looked like it's like not a wheelbarrow, but like a it looked like the laundry, the laundry baskets from
Oh,
like,
yes.
the hotels that have like like you could just throw a whole bunch of stuff in it. So they had one of those, and you put like all the boxes in it. So we only had to do 2 trips to the car, which was great. Everything is done on their phone now. So like she has an app, and like she scans the app at the door, and then she can scan upstairs in her room, and then she can like scan to get into her bedroom, because she's in like a suite, so like they share like a common area, and then they each have their own bedrooms and with a door that closes, so they don't sleep in the same room. So it
Oh,
was
that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And then outside of her room she has like a sink and a medicine cabinet, like an old time medicine cabinet, like where you open it. So I was like setting that up, and then they had the shower, and the girl who was her roommate is an RA. So she was like, "Oh, I have the shower curtain, I have the shower rug, just bring your cleaning supplies and stuff like that. And I have the toilet brush and all that stuff." So she was good there, so we started unpacking her, doing the dorm room stuff. And they had a desk, but they didn't have a chair. So like we ended up having to like run to Walmart and get like a chair, get like a toothbrush cup like holder, you know what I mean, to hold her toothbrush, because we didn't think about that. There were just like little tchotchkes and things that we didn't think of that she needed. Like she brought like, I don't know why you would need 27 pairs of shoes, but she like brought all of her shoes to school with her.
Okay.
And so I was like, "Where are you putting all of these shoes?" And she was like, "I don't know." And her roommate had a shoe rack outside her door, and she was like, "Let's go get a shoe rack." And I said, "Okay." So she put it up. So I'm slowly getting pictures, because like we unpacked most of her stuff, but then she was like, "There's some stuff that I just want to unpack myself, figure out where it's gonna go." And I was like, "Girl, you don't have to. Look, I don't want to be unpacking all night. So, if you want to do it, you can do it." So we did that. After Walmart, we ate at their like little cafeteria, and then my husband was like, "It's late. I'm gonna go. It's 5 o'clock. It's not late." But we had been there all day, and he had worked, so he was exhausted. So he was like, "I'm gonna go." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna stay." And she was like, "Okay." So I stayed for a little bit longer. She cried when he left, a little bit, and I think he cried, but I don't know. He put like his glasses down as he was walking out, and I was like, "There's no sun out there, so you're crying a little bit." But
How could you not? I mean, even just like a little bit. Like, I mean, I would expect him to, just a little, so normal.
He's not an emotional person, so I was kind of shocked by it. But like when I saw him put the glasses down, I was like, "Poor thing," you know what I mean? Like I felt bad for him. So we were still in the cafeteria, and so I was like, we went and got like a little cookie, and then she was like, "Will you walk with me?" And we went to like their gym, because she wanted to sign up for the gym so that she can go work out. And she was like, "I'll probably work out tomorrow." And I was like, they have this silent disco that they were doing on the other campus, because her campus, they have 2 different campuses for her college. So the other campus is the main campus, and she's on like the STEM campus, like where all like the STEM classes are, and her architecture program is on that campus. So her roommate's like, "Oh, you should go." And my daughter was like, "I've been up since 4:30. I'm not going to a silent disco." She's like, "I'm exhausted." And her roommate's like, "Just for like an hour, just go for an hour." And I'm like, "You should go for an hour."
Yeah.
Alyssa, somehow, I don't know if it was because I was in the vicinity, but like when I got home, I went on my phone. I was on TikTok, and I'm getting like videos of the silent
At the campus?
disco. Yeah, of the campus. Like it was videos of it, and I was like, man, she should have went. I was like screen recording them and sending to her. I was like, you're missing out. This looks like a good time, because
Yeah.
they were like, they're having a good time. She was like, no. She was like, I went to sleep at like 8:30. She was like, I was so exhausted. She was like, I was so exhausted. I went to sleep at 8:30 because she got up. She got up at 4:30 so that she could just hang out with my younger daughter, because my younger daughter couldn't come with us to move her in because you only got two guests. So because of that, which nobody followed the rule, because there were people there with like 17 people. So I was like, next year my youngest one can come with us, but we didn't bring her. And so she got up when my youngest daughter got up, and she just spent, like, she did her hair because it was picture day for my youngest daughter. So she did her hair, and then they talked, and then my youngest daughter cried, like, as she walked out the door. She was like, I was at the bus stop just crying. I missed her so much. And I was like, oh my God. So my older daughter was crying. So it was a rough morning. So she was like, I'm just so exhausted. And I was like, okay.
Aww.
And then I'm like checking in with her, like the next day. I'm like, how'd you sleep? And then I'm like, calm down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be that kind of mom, but I just wanted to know, like, how everything went. So she's doing good. She's been there for a week now. She's on week 2 of school, and I've been up there. I've been up there once. I was up there last week because she had some school supplies that she needed, and we didn't know how to do the Amazon thing yet, so that she could get them right to her.
Yeah.
So I went one day in the middle of my work day. I just took my lunch early and headed over there. And I was like, I can't do this because there's traffic on 285, and it was, she's 13 miles away, and it took me 27 minutes just to get to 75. Like, because of the traffic, I was like, I refuse to do this. And then actually, though, tomorrow I'm going back.
Oh my God.
Because she has decided, so when we signed her up for school, we signed her up for the meal plan, and it's like, you get 3 meals a day. And she was like, I don't need 3 meals a day. She was like, I can get away with 2. I don't need 3 meals a day. I don't think the food is that good for me to want to be here 3 meals a day. So
That's
she
hilarious.
was like, well, yeah. Well, also it also helps because she's paying for some of her schooling, like, because she had, she's got to pay a little bit. So she was paying for some of her meal plans. So she knocked it down.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so she was like, I knocked it down. So what we're doing is, like, I'm bringing her, she asked for a scale. And I was like, okay, if you want a scale, you could have a scale. I don't think you need one, but okay. She's like, I don't want to gain the freshman 15. I was like, okay.
I just have to say, she is just such a good kid, Jess. She's so good. She's so freaking cute. I'm so curious to how many more nights, like, how long is it going to take her to stop going to bed at 8:30 and, like, her friend be like, hey, you want to go to this
She's already not. She's already not.
Okay.
So Saturday night, like I said, Friday night, she went to bed at 8:30.
Tired.
She was exhausted. Yeah. Saturday night, I got up on Sunday morning, and I was going to send her this. I found this, like, it was like a reel of, like, it was like what your mom sounds like when she leaves college, and it was a dog, and it was like, whoa. And so I was like, oh, that was me as I was driving away from you. And I looked, and it was like, last seen, when I sent her the message on Instagram, last seen 3 hours ago. Alyssa, it was 7:30 in the morning. I was like, what do you mean 3 hours ago?
Oh,
so
okay.
She had gone to, they didn't have, like, a party, but she was like, one of her friends that she went to school with is, like, 2 floors above her. They had, like, an Uno tournament on their floor. And she was like, we were there until 3 in the morning.
Oh.
I said, okay. So and then the other day, I was at work, and I get to work at like 7, and I went to just send her something to let her know. I was like, your Amazon package will come today, because she needed it for her class on Monday. Last seen 2 hours ago. Ma'am. 5 o'clock? Okay. I was like, no, I'm not.
Maybe she's going for a run. Maybe she went for a run.
She was not. She did not. She was getting home. And I'm not judging. I was like, girl,
no, I love it.
She said over the weekend she did homework. She was like, I had homework. I wanted to get ahead of my classes, so I did it on Saturday. And I was like, and so my youngest daughter's like, oh my God, she's hanging out until like 3 in the morning. Oh my God, I can't wait to go to college. And I was like, you are not.
Yeah.
That is not for you. I was like, because you are like me. and we have FOMO. So
Yeah.
my oldest daughter was like, I was like, you're gonna have to like really like pace yourself, and like people are gonna want to go to a party, and you're gonna have homework. Like this architecture program is rigorous, and they told you like the more you're in it, like you're in your studio for a long time, you're busy for a long time. Like one of her art studio class, or her architecture studio, is a 4-hour class, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right?
Wow.
From 1 to 5. Like that's how
Wow.
long her class is. Yeah. So, and it just gets harder. It just gets longer as her program goes. I said, so there are going to be times where, and she goes, I don't care if I miss out on things. And she was like this weekend, she's in a dance class, but it's like an online dance class. I don't know how you do a dance online, and she had to go to a dance performance, and she was like, all my friends are going to party, and I went to the dance performance because it's like extra credit for work. And I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, as of right now, I mean, we're in week 1, so will this change? I don't know, but she seems to be. Now me and my youngest, we would have been like, oh, we're going to the party, screw the dance class, you know what I mean?
But there's also like a difference to be like kind of in the middle of both, where you're like, I still want to go to that dance party, but like I'm going to make sure all my ducks are in a row. And like, so I could see her kind of like doing that. I literally cannot see her just being like, F these classes or F this extra. Ain't gonna be her. You know, she's so responsible. She's so cute. I saw her like little posts on Instagram with her like, little
first day of school outfit.
Yeah, it's just so cute. I'm so happy for her. Like I said, she's such a good kid, and it's just like when you were telling me about your youngest, like getting so upset, it like breaks my heart because
it is, yeah.
Like, I mean, you and your brother are relatively 4 years apart?
We're 4 years apart.
My brother and I are like 6, and then and then the other one's 11. So like when I didn't go away to college, but when I left the house, like my brother didn't care. He was like, great, I got my own room because my 2 brothers were sharing. Meanwhile, my youngest one was a little more upset. But it's like, I'm so excited. Granted, it's going to be a little different since I have a boy and a girl. But it's
still going to be. My mom said that my brother took me, because I didn't go to college, but I moved out. And I moved in with my husband. And my mom said my brother was like distraught. She was like, he wasn't like, oh, I miss her, because you guys aren't like that. But she was like, he would just like wander. Because even though we were 4 years apart, we were together all the time. Like, you know, even my friends, like, we included my brother in everything. So just not having us around, she was like, he struggled for a little while. And my older daughter, my younger one, she's doing good, but they like FaceTime every day before my younger one goes to bed. They text each other. But I was telling my younger daughter, I'm like, there is going to be some time where, like, once school starts and she has, like, homework, you're not going to be able to FaceTime her every day, But it's good. And my husband has a thing where we do, like, a weekly check-in with her. So he's like, I don't want to be like your mom and reach out to you every day. He was like, we'll check in once a week. And so when your kids go to college and you sit in this, like hall, and the counselors get on stage and they're like, parents, you no longer have access to your children's grades. Don't call us. We will not give you their grades. They're 18 years old. They're adults. You no longer, the only thing you will get is your bill. Like, that is it. You don't get anything else. So because we don't have access to her grades, my husband made this thing with her. He was like, look, we're going to do this. Every week we check in. If you have grades, please share them with us. If your grades are above a B or above, I will pay you. It will be like allowance. Just getting good grades is allowance. That way you don't have to worry about anything. You have money, and that's nothing you have to worry about.
That's great.
And she was like, score.
Yeah.
Like I will do that. And so it's like you kind of have to, you know what I mean? Because she doesn't have to share anything with us. She technically doesn't have to do it. But he was like, the way that I could see him is if she wants money. And he was like, and we know that she's going to get some C's. It's college, you know what I mean? But he was like, we'll pay you for B's and above, and, I just want you to share your grades with us. And he's like, and I want to know what your grades are, because he's like, I know that they give you free tutoring and stuff like that, but if you're struggling, I will pay for you to get a tutor. Like, I want you to excel. So if you're not doing good, let us know at the beginning so we could get you the help that you need.
Yeah. Love that.
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So that's pretty much been my thing. I mean, it's been a little bit of an adjustment. Like I said, I'll go see her tomorrow because I'm gonna bring her some. I got her some like breakfast bars, some goldfish, then like her scale since she's not doing her 3 days. Because she was like the breakfast is disgusting. So I was like, let me get you some bars.
Yeah.
But she said she's been going to the gym. She told me she goes. I did 45 minutes on the stair lifter. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Stairmaster. She was like, my legs hurt. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why you started with 45 minutes. That's a lot.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I ran a mile before I did it. I was like, okay. So, yeah, so she's loving going to the gym. And
good for her.
A good time for her. Yep. So that is it. That's pretty much been my thing. I know it's been 2 weeks, but it's an adjustment.
A lot.
Not having somebody in your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And if you need anything, if she needs anything in a pinch, you can always send it to my house. I'm free on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm only 15 minutes away. Like, seriously, it's...
You really are close. I know.
I'm really close. I'm close to both campuses, actually. So, they're both like 15 minutes away. Of course.
Yeah, well, now we have figured out the Amazon. She gets her own mailbox. So now we have the address, and we can just Amazon her anything that she needs. So we won't have to do that, but, you know, you never know.
I will say, my kids are not living if they go to the same college. I'm too close for them to pay.
Yeah, no. That's
too
crazy.
Close.
Yeah.
No, your situation definitely makes sense, but no, I'm literally 15 minutes away. I kid you not. I have renters next to me that go to that college, and they just rent the house. So
Yep. Nope. I get it. And I wouldn't if we lived closer. She would, but I'm not. Yeah.
No, you
got to get on too many highways for that. I don't want her doing that.
Absolutely.
But, so that's been my time. So it's good. It's she's growing, and I got my other one that's getting up there too.
Yeah.
She's a story for another episode.
Another day. Oh gosh. Well, I guess this whole topic kind of transitions nicely into our topic for today of living life through your children's eyes, because even though we didn't go away to college, we still went to college, and now you get to kind of see college through your daughter's eyes of being there.
Right.
So are there any things through life that just have changed for you now that you have children, seeing those things through your children's eyes?
So I have to say, doing things, I don't want to make it sound like we didn't grow up nice, but we didn't do vacations and stuff like that. When we vacationed, it was visiting family. You know what I mean? Because we lived in Maryland, and we would go to Connecticut, and that was vacation. So taking my kids to different places, and I think even Disney World. I didn't go to Disney World till I was 17. You know what I mean? My parents didn't take us to Disney, so I didn't do that young. So I think doing all of that stuff when they're young and taking them to do just different experiences, when we moved to Georgia, the move was hard for my children, moving from New Jersey to Georgia, and because all their friends, you know what I mean, they had all their friends and stuff. So we're we'll do something in Florida while we're there. And so for Christmas, Santa brought them tickets to Disney, and we brought them to Disney on Christmas. And so that was their first time, and we did a whole tour of Florida. We went to Miami, we did the Everglades, and we saw and they held alligators and that kind of stuff. So doing that kind of stuff and experiencing life through how excited they were. They fed a giraffe at the Miami Zoo. You know what I mean? We went to the zoo, you know what I mean? But just kind of doing the stuff that I didn't get to do as a kid, I think living through them was awesome. And just seeing it, it's even Christmas from them. You were a child and you experienced Christmas, but you don't remember it. Seeing Christmas through a kid's eyes is just something that I don't think it can be beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel there's a time when you're a teenager or maybe a adolescent where the magic of Christmas starts to fade for you.
Yes.
And you're oh, it doesn't even feel like Christmas. But then when you have kids,
because you know that there's no Santa anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel once you have kids, it brings back that magic feeling for you. At least it definitely has for me. And I will say Halloween. Like, it's like I loved Halloween as a kid because we would go, we get candy, this and that. And then I guess like once I stopped going to Halloween parties, so like dressing up and drinking all of that, I was like, who cares? Like, this is dumb. I don't want to dress up. I don't want to do any of this. And then I would say when my son like was 2 or maybe even 3, I was like, oh my God, wait, this is a lot of fun. Like going around and seeing their excitement and them going like trick or treat, you know, like I love it. They want to go to all the trunk or treats. And I've like refound my love for Halloween and like fall things because of them. So that's been like really nice. And agreed with Disney. Like, so I grew up going to Disney like every year. But so it's like kind of like a normal thing for me. But I will say like, I'm not like a Disney adult, I would never say. But like I'm not going to claim myself as one because I feel like I'm not trying to like, if I was, I would say.
There's no judgment, yeah.
Yeah, no judgment. But it's fun to go, but seeing your kids, like, their face light up when they see, like, Mickey or when they see those princesses or going on the rides and they see Ariel and it's just like, I was telling my husband, like, I have the itch to go back. And I even told my son, I was like, do you want to go to Disney, like, next month? And, like, go for the day, like how me and your sister did? And he's like, no, I want to go to Disney in California with everybody. And I'm like, kid, I can't do that right now. Like, if we're in school, like, we can't just pick up and go to California for a week. Like, you know,
that's not how that works.
Why don't we just go to, I was like, can we just go to Florida, just like you and I for the day? And he's like, no, California. But, like, I just, like, have the itch of going back. And, like, Disney is so stressful, but, like, it makes it all worth it. Like, seeing your kids' reactions and just, like, seeing it through their eyes, it's just so nice. And even just like little things, like now that I'm in the first days of school, just that whole thing, like obviously we don't remember like most of our first days of school, but like seeing their excitement. And like my son had show and tell for the first time, and I'm like sure I did. I can't remember a single show and tell I ever did, if we even had one, but like just seeing his excitement and like how did it go and talking to him about that. It's like I literally told my husband last night, I was like, I wish I could see him like present to his class.
I know.
You know? So, and it's just so funny. But, oh my God, I do have a side note. So, my son has a bit of a stutter. So, we had him in speech therapy, but I took him out because our neighbor actually told us about the Arthur M. Blank Foundation. It has Arthur M. Blank Institute of Stuttering in Texas. They have a satellite location in Georgia, in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
And it's free. They do virtual, though, as well. So I signed up, and she's like, hey, just so you know, like, the wait list is long. So I got, like, a call, and they're like, yeah, we got your information. Like, you know, our wait list is there, but when we have a spot open up, we will reach out. And I was like, whatever. It's not going to happen. Like, it's free. Like, you know, everybody signs up probably who needs it.
But I don't think a lot of people do.
But I got called. We did an evaluation last week, and they had him like present. They were like, you can talk. They had like a bunch of members like come in our Zoom, and they were like, can you tell us about, you can pick like animals, your family, superheroes, or like something else. And he picked his family, and he's talking, but he's not like he's very reserved. So he's not like, oh yeah, let me just, blah, 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 blah. That's not him. So I was like kind of trying to like feed out information to him. And oddly enough, like the couple days before, my mom sent a video. They live in northern New Jersey, a lot of bears and deer. And they sent us a video, a bear cub. My dad left the garage open, and he had just put the garbage bag in the can. And a baby bear like went in the can and grabbed it out, brought it in the driveway. My mom got it all on the Ring camera. Well, I was like, oh, tell them about that. And he's like saying, I was like, oh, how do you think like Grandpa felt when he saw the bear in the garage in the garbage can? He's like, he was probably scared. I go, what do you think he said? He goes, I don't know, probably a bad word. And he said this to all of these people on this Zoom. I was like, oh my God, okay. All right, that's the end of the presentation. I was like, I don't know where to go from here. Yeah, but it's just like that, seeing like those things, like, you know, kids are just so innocent, and it's so funny when you hear like your kids say something like that, because, you know, you always like see like other kids like, oh, they say the darndest thing. When it's your kid, you're like, oh my God, like it's just so funny. But yeah, I feel like it just brings having kids and seeing different situations. Like you said, vacation. I love vacationing with my kids. I mean, my parents took me to like Myrtle Beach. They took me at like I agree what you said. I don't want to make it seem like we didn't do anything because we did.
because we did fun stuff. It's
Yeah.
just we didn't go out of the country on vacation. Like when I
Exactly.
was younger, when me and my brother were young, they had a timeshare in the Bahamas and we would go to that. Then I lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. But then after
Yeah.
that, we didn't go, like, it was always, our vacations were always going to visit family, whether it was in like
Yeah.
Virginia or Connecticut or, it wasn't like they weren't we couldn't do Connecticut and go to Florida. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was like we took our time where it was. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't great. I had a great childhood. I
Yeah,
just didn't do that
agreed.
stuff.
Agreed.
I think the
Like,
other
yeah,
thing that's fun is we have with kids, like thinking how their mind works, like you're seeing it. Like I remember my daughter, it hurt my feelings when she said it, but it made me think like what she thinks, because she asked me, well, when you were little, when did things get in color? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, when was the world in color? And I was like, the world has always been in color. She was like, but no, it was in black and white for a while. And I was like, no, that was
What?
TV. TV was black and white. She had seen, you know how like on The Wizard of Oz, how it starts in like black and white and then it's like the world comes. So she just thought like back when in the olden days, as she calls, everything was black and white. And it's like,
oh my gosh.
but it's like so cute because you don't realize, like, it's offensive. Like you're offended.
Yeah.
You're like, first of all, how old do you think I am? 'Cause TV was in color when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I Love Lucy was black and white, but it wasn't my time. I just saw it on Nick at Night. You know what I mean? Like I was like
Yeah.
so offended, but it's like the way that they think and the way that, you know what I mean? And I think that that's so great. And I even think you haven't gotten there yet. The best, being Santa is wonderful, but being the Tooth Fairy is even more fun. Because it's like the Olympics to get in their room without you hearing them, finding the tooth under the pillow, and then leaving the money and sneaking back out of the room before they can hear
Yeah.
it. But it is so much fun to, like, when they wake up and they're like,
I'm
she
so
came,
excited.
and they have the money,
Yeah.
and, it's, oh my God, it's so, I think, like, little things like that makes it all worth having kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff is so much fun.
Yeah. I feel like life, the topic is living like life through your kids' eyes. And I feel like specifically, like in simple terms, the simple things are
Yes.
so much better. Like they're so
Yep.
much sweeter with kids. It's like I follow, like I listen to the toast here and there, and one of the hosts, Claudia, she just had a baby like in May. And she said she just went to the beach because they were in the Hamptons. She just went to the beach with her husband and her newborn. And like she just had the best day ever. And she's like, I wasn't expecting to have like a best day already. Like I just had a baby. Like we're not doing anything. But it's like you have those best days. And it could be like we just had a really nice time all together and you just cherish it a little more.
Right.
And I will say, I know like COVID was such a challenging time, but like I just had a baby during COVID, or, like a little into it. But it was a really nice time to have my husband and I home at the same time, and just like every little thing that my son did, we're like, oh my God, this is the best feeling ever. This is the best thing ever. And we're both here to experience this. Like,
Right.
like every little thing was like super heightened. And I'm sure it's like that because I feel that way like with my daughter too. And, we're not in those COVID times. My husband's
Right.
at work more often and stuff. But it's just like every little thing is like, oh, this is so nice, or this is so sweet. And you just like, it's just, everything is just a little sweeter. So it's really nice to experience life through your children's eyes. It's like you kind of get a second chance of the innocence you
Yes.
had, and now your children have it.
Love it.
So
I think
cute.
it's great.
I love it too.
I feel like as they get older, it changes. Like, I don't want to put her business out there, but I'm going to. My younger one has like some guys that she likes, and she's like talking to them, and like hearing her talk about her talking to them is like it's so fun. Like I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh really? And it's
Yeah.
totally different than when we were growing up because they don't actually talk to each other; they text each other.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just so fun to see it because it's like you're like were we this stupid? Were we
I know.
this like giddy about God? And we were, but it's just
Yeah.
like you don't remember it. You know what I mean? Like you're old and
Yeah.
married now, and you're like, oh, I don't remember.
Now you
Getting
hear
that
these like,
excited.
yeah, now you hear these like corny things, and you're like, ill. Meanwhile, like, our husbands probably did it too, and we were like, oh my god, that's the best thing ever. And now we're like, ill?
Yeah,
No.
she was like this one guy. She's like, oh, he's like, how you feeling, sweetheart? And I was like, oh. And she was like, and I'm like,
oh my
okay.
god.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay, I guess that's cute. And it's cute, but I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
step it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's my daughter. Like,
Right, yeah. But then I'm like, I have to remember that they're like 15, 16. You know what I mean? Like, they're kids. They don't know anything. They know nothing. It's the cutest thing in the whole wide world. So.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier when they're younger. I feel like it's more innocent when they're younger, but I like even seeing it as they get older.
Yeah. Love it. It's a really nice experience. So if you're listening, maybe we'll clip this, but let us know what your favorite thing of having children and like re-experiencing through their eyes is.
Yeah.
And it's funny, our next topic with pop culture, how we talk about like the corniness, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Just a forewarning, this is not what you're going to want to hear if you're a Taylor Swift fan.
If you're a Swiftie.
Yeah, no, thank you. So I, like, from the when you started dating your husband till now, does he, like, call you, like, sweetie or anything like that? Like, honey?
Maybe babe. Maybe
okay.
Babe. That might be
babe
the only thing we get is babe.
Yes, okay, that's the same with me and my husband. It's babe or Alyssa. Or Alyssa, you know, like, yeah, so same thing. It's probably Jess, I honestly,
Jess or babe,
yeah. So, sweetheart, sweetie, love, like, I call him my love, but not to his face. Like, I don't be like, oh, my love. But all those things are so corny to me. And Taylor Swift was on Travis and Jason Kelce's podcast, New Heights, I guess, like, 2 weeks ago. And he called her sweetie, and it just, like, cringed inside. But the topic is that they just got engaged. And I'm just saying this just so cringy still.
It is.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm happy for them, but like,
yeah,
everybody's like freaking the F out. And like, I feel like we just have to make this a topic because everybody's talking about it. And like, yeah, it's pop culture, but like, I feel like the way people are losing their minds over it, it's like really not that big of a deal.
I saw a TikTok where some girl was like, you guys know you're not invited to the wedding. Like, I don't know why you guys are so excited because you are not going to be in their wedding. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest. And, you know, I love pop culture. I know where you're going with this. I don't think I've ever been that excited that people have gotten engaged. Like, it hasn't been like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, have I been heartbroken? Yes. When Derek Jeter got engaged, I was heartbroken. But I wasn't going to talk about it. Like, I wouldn't post it on anything. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, my friends knew I was heartbroken, but that's as far as that went. I don't get liking people that much to be that excited. Like, like you said, I'm happy for them because, hey, if you found love and you get married, you should, you know. Like I said, I still struggle with them.
You think they're a PR couple?
I do. I feel, it feels very, I don't know. I'm not a fan, really, of either of them. I'm happy for them. I mean, I'm happy for them. I want them, anybody who gets engaged, you want the best for them, and I hope they have a wonderful wedding and all of that stuff. I'm just not a fan of them as separate people, and I'm not a fan of them together. They do, it's very, I think it's because every time I see them, I feel like it's performative. You know what I mean? Like, what did I think she said on the podcast, she called him a human exclamation mark or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And I was like,
I mean, yeah, I feel like just the way she talks, granted, she's a songwriter, very lyrical, but the way she, like, talks sometimes, it's very, like,
I struggle to remember that she's in her 30s. Every time
I could see that.
I really struggle. Like, every time I look at her, it's like the way that they portray her and people talk about her, it's like she's 12. It's like she hasn't grown up since her first album. And even when she talks, like, their caption was, when your gym teacher marries your English
teacher.
Like,
ew.
Yeah. I was like, first, gross. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did know a gym English teacher that married
Me
a
too.
U.S. history teacher, but you know what I mean? Like, not the gym teacher, but he was a baseball coach, so I think I was like, okay. But I don't know. Like I said, it was very cringy. Again, I know we talked about last week with 2 weeks ago with Ronaldo. I was not a fan of the ring. I'm not.
No.
I don't understand. And maybe it's because I'm poor. Like, compared to them, I'm poor. But I don't get why the ring has to be that big. Like, I just,
Yeah.
and the thing is that it's big with no shape. It's just like one big circle. It's like,
Or one
I don't
big,
know.
like,
I don't,
square rectangle in this case.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't get it. I don't know. It's not my look. I mean, again, if that's what she wants. And then I have to say the other thing. This is going to sound judgy, and I don't mean it to be judgy, but you are Taylor Swift. Nobody knew this was coming. Like, she didn't have a best friend that was like, maybe you should get your nails done. Maybe you should do your hair. Like, you had a whole enchanted forest with this couch and like all of this stuff, and your hair was in a ponytail. Like, your nails were not manicured. Like,
I feel
just
like
not even painted.
I feel like that's her thing, though. Like, that's her, like, no manicure kind of deal. Let me go look.
Oh, okay.
Quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm
she's
just-
not
I'm
like a.
I mean, it's a
Her hair
Cartier
was
ring to match
down.
her. Was it? I thought it was up.
No, it was down.
Oh, I thought it was up. I
No,
just
the
feel
watch
like,
is in the picture, though. With
yeah, that's
the
what I'm saying.
ring.
The watch is in the picture, so it's not like you're not poor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but she,
I
you
just
know
feel
what I
like
mean?
her
It's
hair looks like it needs a brush ran through it.
yeah, okay, maybe that's what it was. It just didn't look. It didn't look like she had you know, how, like, you have like people who know it's gonna happen, and they're like, maybe you should not wear this, or maybe you should get this done, or
Yeah.
let's go get our nails done.
I do think her nails are done, but it's like the paint, because I see she has like long nails, like they look like tips or something, or maybe, and it looks like a very, very, very muted French, if anything, or it's just like a nude color, which is not very flattering. And this is like no offense to her, she's very pale, so like it kind of just like all blends in, so it's like not a very flattering color, but. Yeah.
But like I said, I'm happy for them. I'm just not. I don't find it to be as exciting. Like, the fact that it came through
Agreed.
like 7. Like, I get like mail alerts on like news alerts. When I say I want news alerts, I want like important news. You know what I mean? Like, I want like important news.
Yeah.
5 of them were all about Taylor and Travis, and I was like, this is not to me newsworthy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's not the news I'm looking for, at least. Like I said, I'm happy for them, but they make me cringe. I have secondhand embarrassment from them, and
Agreed.
It's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
Well, on to more exciting news that we're excited. Well, I'm excited for. Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bongiovi have adopted a baby girl, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't like let any details out, but they just announced it, and there's like such mixed reviews because she is 21, but I feel like
she said she wanted to be a young mom. She's always said that, like in her little interviews and stuff. So.
And I also think when you're in that industry, you kind of grow up a little quicker and you have to be more mature. And you're thinking, and I mean, girls obviously are just more mature as they're younger.
Yeah, they do. Well, they mature faster.
Yeah. So I think, like, let her live. Like, you know, she has obviously got the money and to afford help
they're not
if she
hurting.
needs be.
Right, yeah, they could get a nanny. Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. I think it's wonderful too. Do you feel that nobody adopts anymore? Like,
I was gonna
adoption is,
say, like it was a thing for a while, right? Like everybody was adopting, and then
now it's like surrogacy.
Stopped.
Now everybody gets a surrogate, you know,
because they don't want to ruin their bodies.
Yeah, but I kind of like that she adopted.
Yeah, I love it. And you know what? And I do. It's so funny because my oldest always says that she wants to at least adopt one child. Like, she was like, I'll have kids, but I want to adopt because there are kids out there. And I just love, I love that. And I have to say, I am even more happy. I don't know where her child is from. But I get more excited when they're from America. You know what I mean? Because we have so many children here that need to be adopted, and and I love that. But I think adoption is great, and I'm happy for her. I don't care that she's 21. I had my first kid at 21.
I don't think so either.
I don't think. And again, pause John Bon Jovi. Like, you're not struggling as a child. You know what I mean? Like, even if she is a crap mom. They have, you know what I mean? Like, she won't be, but I'm just saying, like, the kid hit the jackpot with that one.
Absolutely. I wonder, like, what I also saw this TikTok of like Millie Bobby Brown Bongiovi. That's a long ass name.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown Bongiovi.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't think
what's
about that. I bet you the baby's not going to be like Bobby Brown Bon Jovi.
Brown Bongiovi?
Brown Bon Jovi? That's a lot. Because
Is
I don't even
his
know how to
last
spell
name
Bon Jovi.
even? Is his
It
last
is
name
Bon Jovi.
even Bon Jovi?
Huh? Bon Jovi, yep.
But is it two?
No, it's all together, and it's spelt like different than the actual band, I think. Because isn't like Bon Jovi like B-O-N then J-O-V-I? But that's not how they spell his last name, I don't think.
No, it's Bongi.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Can you imagine
Yeah.
learning how to spell
No,
that?
but John Bon
Absolutely.
Jovi, he just spells it Jonbonjovi.
Jovi, yeah.
Interesting. Bon
Yeah.
Jovi. That's a cool ass last name.
It is. It is. He's,
Son.
I think, the son's, I mean, I don't know
cute.
what he does. I don't know. Does he do, is
He
he like
made
famous because
his-
of his dad, or does he have like,
So he made his acting debut as part of the cast in a romantic comedy. Filming wrapped up on the project in August 22. In February 2023, he was casted in some musical film. And then, let's see, he's also a model.
okay. He's a cutie pie,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, he is.
He's
So,
a cutie pie.
yeah.
I mean, his dad's attractive, so I get it. I thought his dad was
Yeah.
a cutie back in the day. I do have another pop thing that we didn't talk about because I wanted to get your opinion. Did you happen to see North and Kim at the?
Yes.
So what did we
did.
think of? What did we think of that?
It's so, I have mixed opinions about it. Because, one, she's 12, and she does not look 12, and she's wearing a corset with her,
And her boobs
boobs
were
are
out.
up to her chin. But at the same time, it's like, if that's what she wants to wear, she's expressing herself. And, like, part of me is like, why are we sexualizing a 12-year-old? But at the other time, it's like, it's just she's in the public eye, so, like, chill. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It's definitely odd. There's no question about that. It's odd.
Yeah. So when I saw it, I thought, no, absolutely not. I am all for children expressing themselves. Like, I really am. But I think that, and it's not, I don't think, I get what you're saying with the sexualizing them, but when your boobs are up here, what else
Yeah.
are people looking at? You know what I mean? Like, the
Exactly.
skirt was short, the boobs were up, you're in a corset. And I get it. She can't help that she's 12 and is developed. Like, that's not in any way, shape, or form her fault. But as a mother, you should
Yeah.
know, okay, this is not the outfit for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's dress you a little bit different.
I feel
don't-
like,
I really
feel like-
struggled with that.
yeah, I feel like I would press more like, hey, let's not wear that where we know we're going to get paparazzi'd, because there's weirdos out there who are going to sexualize a 12-year-old and, like, pedophiles and stuff. So, like, I get that. But I mean, like, if she was, like, a normal 12-year-old, it would just be like, okay, that's weird, and, like, move on with our lives. But I feel like there's so many comments on these pages and stuff. And if her boobs were a little smaller and she was a normal person,
Yeah.
you know, it would be like,
Yeah, but the other thing is, I was also looking at, I don't know, I had strict parents when it came to the
I
way
did
that
too.
I dressed, right?
I did too, and that's why
in no
part of
way
me
did
is
I have
like,
boobs like that. I did not have
No,
boobs
me
like that
either.
at 12. I don't have
No.
boobs like that now at my
Agree.
age. But I also, her face, I mean, she looked beautiful. I mean, I think North is just gorgeous.
she had too much
Her
makeup on.
So much makeup on. I was like, I had to literally sneak makeup at 14.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sneak
I mean, her
makeup.
mom's owns a makeup brand.
I
Like, so
understand
does
that,
her.
but it's like, come on. I mean, I feel like there's where people do sexualize your any child nowadays. I feel like
Yeah.
it's very dangerous to have your pictures of your kids places and stuff like that, because pedophiles are pedophiles. They're gonna think your kid is sexy in an overall and fully covered and looking like that. But the other thing is my kids, like my younger one puts mascara on, right? That's pretty much mascara, lip gloss, and that's pretty much it. My older one just started wearing makeup. But it's like, you don't want them to grow up so fast. You know what I mean? Like, I get you're in the eye, your mom is Kim Kardashian, but it's like, do you need to look, because she didn't look 12. And even if you're not sexualizing her, she's taller than Kim already. You know what I mean? She looked like they could be BFFs. And like the way that her makeup was done, she just looked older. And it's like,
Yeah.
as a mom, don't rush that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
keep your kids young for as long as you can. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she's already she is already North. You know what I mean? Like, her
Yeah.
dad is Kanye, her mom is Kim. She's already, like, just let her be. Like, you know, I even, the same thing, like, I feel like that for a lot of, like, celebrity children. Like,
Yeah.
they're already like, you know, they're already, like, being looked at all the time. And I look at, like, Penelope, right? Penelope looks like a 13-year-old kid or 12. I don't know how old she is.
Yeah.
11, 12.
I think
don't
she's
know.
13. Yeah.
But to me, she looks like a 13-year-old. I don't think at
Yeah.
any point of North's life has she looked like a regular child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she always looks older.
I want to say this, but I don't want to make it sound like mean. I also think that, like, North is a little weird, and that's why she's dressing like that. Like, you know, like, she's, like, just odd.
She's
and, like,
her dad.
Penelope's just, like, yeah. And Penelope's
Yeah.
just, like, another, like, a regular valley girl,
Yep.
Nepo baby, you know?
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
think that's the other thing is, like, she wants to look just, like, very feminine and girly. And North is kind of looking to, like, look like an anime character, you know, with
Yes,
all
and
of
that's a good way. But the thing is that again, as a parent, and I think this is where I struggle because I don't blame North for any of this. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
no,
like
no,
it's like
yeah.
you're a mom, you're the adult. You have to at some
Yeah,
point
say
say
no.
no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just say no. You know what I mean? I don't know. So when I saw it, I was like, because like I said,
Yeah.
she's so beautiful. I think I think she's so cute. You know what I mean? And I'm like, just let her be a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She
No,
doesn't
I
need to be
agree
out there
with
with her
that.
boobs out. You know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
12. At 16, she's going to want her boobs out all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she's going to want to be, but it's like, just give her some time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I remember being 16, I wanted to walk around in a bikini all the time. You know what I mean? Just because I thought,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I had the body for it. But it's like, but at 12, I wanted to do it, but my mom was like, where the hell do you think you're going? Put a one piece on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also
Like,
think not being even in high school, like, okay, like
Right.
mascara, like before high school, I think I'm like okay with it. Like, it's also
Yeah.
hard for me because like my parents were very strict and they didn't really, not that they didn't let me wear makeup, it was just like there's no need, you're literally 12. But like I wanted to, so like I feel like mascara, but like no, you're not going to be contouring your face and blush and
Right.
lashes and that.
that's what I'm
Put
saying.
on some
Like, she had
mascara.
a full face of makeup on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but I
"Man,
think
you're
like once you
12."
get to
Yeah.
high school, like I'm okay with a little more. But yeah, she's 12 exactly. Like it's just
It makes
I
me
don't know.
sad though. It just makes me sad because I think it like ties back to like seeing the world from your kids' eyes. I wanted my kids to stay younger and innocent for as long as they can because I
Yeah.
know that. I mean, now oh my God. My youngest, oh, if we let her, she'd be in booty shorts and a crop top all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't allow that. If she wears crop tops and stuff, but you're not going to wear booty
Yeah.
shorts and a crop
Yeah,
top. It's
yeah.
one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, but even like booty shorts, like I really struggle. And my mom laughs at me because she's like, Jessica, you used to cut your own jeans so that you could have booty shorts, and you would put holes like right by the bottom of the butt. And but I never. She caught me every time I tried to get out of the house with them. So it's
Yeah.
not like I ever got to wear them. But she's like, you have to remember that that's. But like when I went to, not this year, last year, when I went to back to school day, like, where like the kids get their schedule and you go to school and
Yes.
you meet their teachers and stuff.
Orientation.
There were the kids wearing I don't know, have you seen the Lululemon jogging shorts?
Not
Have
really.
you seen those? So
I think
they're
it's
like
just-
they're like running shorts, but they have like a slit on the side.
Oh,
and like
yes.
a slight breeze and ash cheeks. That's all I saw.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm like I'm looking around, like, I know I'm not the only one seeing ash cheeks. Like, everybody is seeing this, right? And then as we're walking up the steps, now I had to go to work, so I was literally in a dress, like, for work. I was going and dropping her back off, and then I was going to work. There's a mom standing next to her daughter wearing the same Lululemon. So when she walks, her ash cheeks are... And I was like, okay, you're 40. Like, I get if you want your ash cheeks out, but why do you want your daughter's ash cheeks out?
Yeah.
Like, why? Why do we want that? And I really... I really struggle with that. And I don't even think of it as sexualizing. I just think of it as your child doesn't need to be wearing that.
Naked.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
No, I get
and
that.
I'm
Yeah.
saying ass cheeks. I don't need that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of times where my husband and I are out and like even like there's like this young girl with her father and her shorts are like rolled up with her ass cheeks out too. And
Yeah.
we're like, why? Like, one, like, do you not feel that? Two,
Right.
like, you're with your father. Do you want your father to see your butt cheeks? And three,
Right.
like, Dad, why aren't you saying something? Like,
Right.
you know, there's
My
so
dad
many
would
things.
My dad would be like, where are you going? Because you're not coming anywhere with me if you're looking like that. You know
Listen,
what I mean?
growing up, I had such a big butt. I wish I just still did. But
Me too. I don't have it anymore, but I had one too, and my dad was not allowing me in booty shorts.
yeah, it was so hard because like dresses, everything, like it just, you know, that's just, it doesn't work. So you have to like dress your body type, but like I think just because, you know, if your butt is smaller, you still have your butt cheeks and they can still be
Right.
out. It's just so odd. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. I just feel like if her boobs were a little smaller and she was a normal person, and maybe if she was like 2 years older, it would be okay.
Right.
But it
That's
was
what
just,
I'm saying.
yeah,
I
it's
feel
rough.
bad because she shouldn't. I feel like she should just be a kid. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's really
it's kind
where
of like how Kylie was. Like Kylie like went through
Yes.
that weird phase, but then all of a sudden she's like getting lip filler at like 16 and like all
I mean,
this
she was also
makeup
dating
and
a
stuff.
30-year-old man. So, I mean, it's not, he wasn't that old, but you know what I mean.
I know,
He was,
I know.
He was an adult.
You know what's so funny? When Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl and they have a video
Did
of
you see
Tyga
it?
and he's like, wow. And he's like, yeah, he's not saying anything because he's certified too.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
funny.
sir. Yes, you are.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah, sit,
funny.
sit down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, he was shocked, and I saw that, and I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, because you were with a 14 or 15-year-old or whatever. Like, gross. Yeah, but like I said, I wanted to get your thoughts because I know you're a fan of
Yeah.
them, and I was like, oh, and but like I said, I feel bad.
Yeah.
I just feel bad because she
Yeah.
should just
I
be a
will
baby
say-
and be a little kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say I'm definitely like not keeping up these days as much.
No, you are.
Yeah. I wish, you know what it is like they're so secretive about it and they have like this reputation to withhold. It's just not the same
Yeah.
as how it used to be. And when you just have that amount of money, like things change. And like it is what it is. But yeah, it's just, you know, now it's like, and I got kids now. Who am I keeping
Yeah.
up with? You know?
I don't have time to keep up with them. Like I said, I saw it today.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I know it came out a while ago or yesterday or maybe, I don't know when it happened, but I saw it today and I was like, oh, poor thing.
Yeah, the only like people I have time to keep up with are like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I saw
Interesting.
Jen and Whitney are at the
Dancing with the Stars.
I'm super excited for that.
I can't wait. You have to watch.
I probably will. Will. Just so I could see them.
Yes.
I'm rooting for Whitney, but I'm also rooting for Jen. Like I don't know who to root for.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to see first night dances and see how it is because, I mean, Jen has that just like rhythm in her blood, but Whitney is a trained dancer.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I love
excited.
Dancing with the Stars.
I do not, but I will probably watch it.
You don't
just
know
to
if
see.
you do because you have
Yeah,
never
you're right. I
watched
don't
it.
know if I do because I haven't
Thank you.
watched it. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I saw that and I was like, oh, and then I'm hoping for our next season. I hope it comes soon. I
Yeah.
don't want to wait a whole
I think
year.
September actually.
I think September 6th. They said is it September?
Yeah,
6th?
something like that.
So,
yeah.
whew, that's exciting. I'm excited
Yeah.
about that.
You know what my problem is with that? I like binge that within like 2-3 days
Me
and
too.
it's over. It's like such a high and then a crash and it's like I need more and then I feel like I maybe need to pace myself. But being on TikTok, there's just like it's all out there. Like
You can't. It's all out there. Yeah. So you have to watch it at
binge
once.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that's what. Yeah, I'll binge. I'm gonna binge it.
Oh, yeah,
It comes out September
100%.
6th. I'll be done by September 8th. I'll be done.
Agreed.
And we're done.
Absolutely.
And yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm excited. I'm excited. A lot of my shows are coming back, so I'm excited about that. And
Yeah.
I love it.
That's exciting. What do you have going on these next couple of days, week?
Oh, well, it's Labor Day this
Yeah.
week. So at my job, we're having like a little cookout tomorrow. I don't know what, we're doing some like volunteer give back and then a cookout. So I'll bring my daughter to it. And then Saturday, me and you are hanging out. So I'm excited for that because it's
I'm
like we don't really
excited.
ever get to hang out.
Yeah. Especially just the two
us
of
by
us.
ourselves. Yeah, just us by ourselves. So that'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. And then Monday, I'm probably just going to relax because my youngest daughter works Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but she's off on Monday. So we are going to probably watch some movies or just do something, maybe just the two of us.
Catch up with each other.
Mm-hmm. My husband is traveling. I think he comes back Saturday night, but I'm not even sure. But I think it's Saturday night. Yeah, so we won't, I was excited because both of us, I told my daughter, I was like, we don't have to get up super early on Saturday. We'll just run after when we wake up because she's closing, so, she's tired.
Yeah.
And she'll run on the treadmill. I will run outside. I hate running on the treadmill. So I'll run outside. And she's like, I'll walk with you while you run. I said, okay.
Nice.
Because that's how slow I am that she can walk.
I was going to say same speed.
Yeah. I do have to say,
no, she's just
now
a
that
really
I could breathe,
fast runner.
Yeah. Now that I could breathe, my time has gone down. So I'm super excited about that.
Oh, that's good.
It is, yeah. Because it's like we ran on Tuesday and I think my time was like 12:30, 12:40 a mile. And it's been like 15 a mile. Like I've been like dying. But it was like 62 degrees. I was like, yes. I was like, I could breathe. And I'm not like dripping in sweat. It was so good.
Yeah. Girl, I haven't ran since our 5K. I honestly have been so bad. But I was working out, though, really well until, like, school started. And the past, like, 2.5 weeks have just been so hard. And I've just...
Well, then you got sick. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you weren't feeling good and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I get it. And I keep saying I have to do it. I was telling my older daughter, I said, you have to hold me accountable because I have to start working out. Like I need to, like I run and that's different. I need to like work out. I need to, I've started saving like different workouts that I could do to get like rid of my arms and like all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, I want to start doing Pilates, on the thing. And I want to, I need to start like toning up and working out. And I think that will also help me get my time back.
Yeah. I did only like 2 days of my Pilates program and then I was like just so over it because I got sick and this and that and I was just like, I can't do it. So I think I'm going to go back to my HIIT program. I'll do that one more time because it's only a 4-week program and then I'll do it back up with the Pilates. I just feel like blah. I had my period too and it was just like, one of those like sickness and periods and all this stuff and now it's like my husband's birthday today. We had like kind of our a cheat meal, and then I had ice cream cake, and then my son's birthday is the day after Labor Day, so it's like we'll have my parents are coming down, so so we'll be eating like good, but I'm actually in the morning going on the boat with my family, not like my parents, just my husband and my kids. No, Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Aww. And then, yes, you and I are going out. Yeah, because we only have a couple more, like, nice weekends. And I will say it's been kind of cold as it is here. So we're like, we'll just go out for a couple hours, like, 4 hours or whatever from, like, 10 to 2 or something like that. Yeah. And then, we're going out. And then Sunday, my parents are coming. But more importantly, I'm going to the Chris Brown concert.
So excited for you.
I'm so excited. Like, I have been eyeing these tickets, and they didn't even get that cheap, but I was like, I don't care, like, I have to go, and I'm even in the 400s, which I'm not, like, thrilled about, but you know what, I'm, like, to the point where I just need to be there, and, like, I don't care, I know it's just being there is enough, so my husband's coming with me, because my parents will be here, so it's, like, perfect, I'll have my dad drop me off, so I don't have to, like, pay for parking or anything like that, drive. So I'm like so excited. But then Monday we'll probably just do a barbecue kind of deal. And then Tuesday is my son's birthday, but he still wants to go to school because he's like, they have like snack leader and then he brings in a book and he does show and tell again, even though he was just snack leader today. So I got to buy all these snacks again for next week in 3 days basically. And then we're going to pick him up early because we're going to go on the boat again with my parents and do like the afternoon.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah. So I'm just so excited for the next couple of days. It's going to be a lot, but...
And it'll be nice to see your parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could say that a little bit more enthusiastic. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is?
It is. I get it. I know.
You know what it is? I've just, like I said, we didn't record last week. I have been so busy, and I feel like I need to do a deep clean of my house, or they're going to be like,
They're not going to judge. They're not.
they do silently, but you know what? It is what it is.
I feel
they
like
do. My dad
your
does. Not
parents
even my
Your dad does?
Yes. My mom doesn't judge. She's just like, Alyssa, like, what are you doing here? And then she like will do like, she'll like just clean up a little bit and
See,
like,
my
let's
parents
reorganize.
my parents won't ever,
Bless.
they won't clean, they won't, but now my husband's mom, she'll come over and she'll be like, I'll get that, oh, I'll do that, but our house is never like a mess, but my husband's parents will always come over and they always find a project to do, and I was like, can't you guys just sit and relax? Like, just sit and hang out. Like, they're like, oh, let's redo all the outlets. And I'm like,
yeah. No, that's how like my parents
will
are.
come and relax.
Yeah, no, my parents, like, it's mostly, like I said, my dad will, like, silently judge, but then my mom's, like, will just start, like, doing things. And I remember when, like, I went to Mexico earlier this year, and she's like, oh, I couldn't find the tissues. I was like, they're literally right there. She went out and bought tissues, toilet paper, paper towels. I'm like, they're literally all here. She's just like, no, why not have more? And I'm like, okay, thank you. But, like, you didn't have to spend that money. I felt bad. But, like, yeah, she's like, oh, I did. There's just, like, some clothes that I have, like, in our laundry room that have, like, stains on them that I have to, like, treat. But, like, I'm not missing them. So I just, like, wait until I have the time. She just, like, washes everything.
She'll wash them.
Just, like, yeah, everything. She doesn't know, obviously. Like, she doesn't need to know, but she'll just wash everything. And now that my brother bought a house, I feel like, and this is, like, I love my brother, and I'm so happy for him. This is no shade against him or my future sister-in-law. Absolutely not. Love them both. But it's like, he bought a house. He's getting married. He's such a good son. And I'm like, I also bought a house at 23. Right. I have 2, like, degrees and children. And I had a nice big wedding that, everybody loved. My mom, they're having a smaller wedding, which is it's not my mom's, like, ideal situation, but she's good with it now. But, like,
it's not her wedding, so.
Feel like I hit all the marks as, like, the older daughter should, and I just feel like sometimes I don't get credit for it, and meanwhile, and it's like, well, he helps me. Well, he helps do this. I'm like, yeah, he's a boy. He should. I did everything in the house. Like, I vacuumed every other day. I dusted the whole freaking house all the time. I did everything you needed me to do. But because, like, he just does it, and he, I don't have to ask him. Okay, I was like...
It's a son thing.
But I was like, I was 18 and a girl who wanted to go out. Yeah, you had to tell me to do these things. The guy's 23, 24, 25, still at home. And yeah, he knows what to do. I knew what to do at 23, 24, 25 too, because I had my own home. Right. It's just like comparing apples to oranges sometimes. And I'm like I said, that's my rant. I just, like, no shade to my brother. It's just like, I love him, but
because it's not his fault.
Justice for justice for the oldest daughter, Jessica,
oldest daughter. Yeah.
I'm sure your parents love you though.
Oh, they do. I mean, our parents love us, but it's definitely, like, I don't know. I always tell my brother he's the favorite. Like, I'm like, I get it, you're the favorite. And he's like, well, you're dad's favorite. And I was like, yeah, probably, but, you're definitely mom's favorite, And it's just, I mean, that's just how it is because they're the son. You know what I mean? And and it's at different times that I'm their favorite. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I know my brother is the favorite for my mom just because they are the same person, and me and my dad are the same person. So
yeah. See, my struggle is that my dad and my mom's my stepmom. Yes. So she's not my biological mom. So she has her favorite, and then my dad has his favorite, and neither of those favorites are me. I am my biological mom's favorite child for sure because I'm her only child.
You're her only child.
Yeah, but, like, when it comes to, like, my older brother is my dad's favorite.
I feel like you and your dad are super close, so you tell
your
dad things like, that I would never discuss with my father. Like,
sometimes.
I mean, now I would, now that we're older, and now that I'm older, but I feel like you have a very close relationship with your dad.
Yeah, I feel like I might sometimes be the favorite. Like, I know there was a week where my brothers were just on my mom's bad side, and I was like so my stepmom's favorite for the week. Like, you know, I was like the daughter, like, you know, I was like, yes. But that is short lived. But I feel like I kind of like my brother's here and I'm like right here only because I have kids. I feel like that's my in. It's like I hold the grandchildren, but like once my brother and his fiance or his soon-to-be wife had kids, I'm out. Like, you know, like I'm so done. So I'm riding the wave, you know.
It is different. I do have to say it is different when the grandparents are live closer to the kids. It's a whole different, you know, like my brother FaceTimed me this weekend and just so I could see his daughter, and she doesn't talk to me or anything like that. She just stares and then like waves and then she does her own thing, and I ask her questions, and she's like, you're an idiot. Like she was holding this worm, and I was like, oh, is that worm yellow? It was pink, blue, and like purple. Yeah. And I was like, is that yellow? And she's like, and I was like, I'm not an idiot. I'm just trying to get you to talk to me. But she wouldn't talk to me. And my brother's like, yeah, Dad called. And he was like, oh, let's go to this place. And we'll go to record stores. And, you know, we'll push the baby and, like, do all this stuff. And Eric was like, no, let's do it in where I live. And that way we could take the baby to the playground. And, like, you know, and then we could also do record stores. And my dad's like, yeah, that sounds good. And I'm like, I wish. You know what I mean? I wish, like, on a weekend. But they can't. You know what I mean? They're 20 minutes away from my brother. They're 10 hours away from me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's very different when the grandkids live.
For sure.
When the grandkids live far away.
Like I said, my brother closed today. And my mom's like, yeah, we're going to go to the house after they're done closing. And, like, I posted to my personal story, like, a picture of my brother and his fiance at the front of their house.
I didn't see it.
But she also sent me pictures of like my dad and then my parents with my brother, and like I don't have any of that. Like I don't have my parents with me at my house like the day I closed or anything like that. Yeah. So like they didn't come here. They like sent an edible arrangement or something, you know. So it was, which I appreciated, but it's like, man, kind of missing out on that. Just,
but you miss out because you're not there with them.
Yeah.
You know, it's rough. It's you know, I mean,
it's
it's hard.
Yeah, well, now that I just trashed them for the past like 2 minutes, I will say
you love them. You weren't trashing them.
I do. No, and I will say, this will be my son's 5th birthday, and they have never missed one of his birthdays.
No, they have not.
Never.
And
I was
get
up
him
there.
Awesome gifts.
Yes, I still
up there. Think about his dinner. His thing at the Porsche thing.
Oh, yes.
I was like, that can't be beat. I think that was awesome.
Yeah, I did pay for that, though, but not them.
Sorry. Okay.
But that's what he wanted to do. No. But I don't know if I would have done that if my parents didn't come, you know? So it's just we try to make it extra special with Grandma and Grandpa. But, yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have them here. And like I said, the first year of his birthday, we were up in New Jersey. But every other year, they do make the trip for him just because his birthday's during the school year since we're in Georgia. And then my daughter's is just during the summer, so it's easier for us to go up there. But they always make it work. And his birthday, you know, falls on like the day after Labor Day, which is really inconvenient because the past couple of years it's been like, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like weekend, like kind of like long weekend vibes. But so it's
It'll be exciting to see.
It's an exciting couple of days. Next couple of days for sure. Like, yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited that you're going to see Chris Brown.
Oh, Jessica, I'm so excited. I can't even believe I'm going to see him. I don't even know what I'm going to wear. I tried on all this stuff. It's like Super Bowl themed, so I'm like, do I wear a jersey? And, you know, we're going
Super
out.
Bowl theme?
Yeah, it's called Breezy Bowl, so it's like football.
Oh, okay. Yes,
like Super Bowl,
I did see
like Breezy
a girl
Bowl,
wearing
Super Bowl.
Did see a girl wearing pants like
a jersey.
Football. Like she had like the football pad, like the pants.
Oh yeah.
And then she had like a crop top like football jersey, and I was
no,
like,
I'm not doing all that.
It's like
I don't even know if I'm gonna do all of that. I just like I have this like nice top that I was gonna wear with like a skirt, but I have a tan skirt and I put it on. I was like, ooh, a black one would look better, but I don't have a black one like that style. So I was like, I ordered one. We'll see if it comes in. But since we're going out, I was like, you know how they have like those people selling merch. I was like, if I could just pick up, you know, something, I'll just wear like jean shorts with a t-shirt. Like I really don't care that much.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he ain't gonna pull me down from the 400 section, I promise. So, you know.
And your
I
husband
would be
would
like, sit
punch
your
you in the
ass
face.
down. I don't know though. Like as much as he
No,
would be
he wouldn't.
mad, I mean, like
He would be fine.
that's
It would, because he knows
listen.
that you're Chris Brown is like your love.
Chris Brown's like my number one celebrity crush. Like I love him. And I genuinely thought that the only reason I could never be with him is because he was born in 1989. And I was like, oh my God, it's old. My husband's born in 1989, same age. So I'm like, oh, there's still a chance, you know? Like, but yeah, because that's like, that's what was holding me back.
Because that's what's holding you back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
but
funny.
I'm so excited. The set list is so long, like 51 songs.
There's 52 songs, yeah.
So
One of the girls
crazy.
that I work with, she went and saw him. I think she said, I don't remember where she said she went and saw him at. She said, it was so long. She said, I had to leave. I was so tired.
Yeah, some people are like, I'm getting tired.
She's like a mom of two. She's like a mom of two. She was like, I couldn't wait. And she goes in, the after party was at the hotel that they stayed at. She was like, if I was like 5-10 years younger, I would have been there. She was like, but I walked right by everybody in that after party and went upstairs and fell asleep.
I heard
That
the
was so
after party. I heard the after party in Atlanta is going to be like in Atlanta.
I'm sure it is.
Which the venue's the truest.
Yeah, I know.
Like you're going to go from Smyrna to
Yep.
Atlanta.
People will.
So I ain't going to do
I
that.
wouldn't, but people will.
I wouldn't. No. Maybe. I don't know. No, I wouldn't. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Well, your dad is not driving you to Atlanta.
No, no,
So,
no. No, that would
So,
be
yeah.
my husband. I could.
yeah, but you said your dad's dropping you guys off, so.
Yeah, but then he has to come pick us up, and then we'll drop him off home,
Yeah.
and then we'll go to Atlanta.
Oh, drop him off home and go to Atlanta. Okay, I thought you'd be like Uber to Atlanta and be like, hey, Dad,
No.
you need to come get us.
Maybe he wants to stay. Maybe he'll stay with us. No, if it's in Atlanta, that's way too far. That's an inconvenience to my life. He should have not
is.
done that. He should like do it at like not PBR, but like somewhere else.
Yeah,
in
one of the
Valley.
places there. The
Yeah.
Westin right there. If it's at a hotel,
Yeah.
you could do it right at that Westin.
Yeah, or the Omni.
The Omni, yeah. Is that what it is? It's
Yeah.
an Omni. It's not a Westin. It's
It's
an
an
Omni. Yeah.
I was like, maybe there is a Westin. I don't know. Yeah, the
No,
Omni
it's
though.
an Omni. Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say he has another concert in October, but it's at the old Truist Stadium, the Bobby
Okay.
Dodd Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And while I really don't want, the reason I wanted to go to the one in Truist because it's so convenient for me, but
Yeah.
it's only like 20 minutes, not even. But depending how good it is, I might have to make another trip down there because I know that one of our friends' wives is interested, and she said that her friend was going to that concert. So if I could find cheap tickets, I'd be willing to go to that one too. You know, I'm telling you, like, love of my life. I can't miss it up.
I know my younger one was like, oh, I want to go. And I was like, I was like, I don't know how much the tickets were. And she was like, I have money now. I was like, I know you do.
Yeah, listen, like I said, these tickets were like not going down, and I feel like I got them for like a reasonable price. Paid, you know how like it's on the thing and it tells you the price, but then like there's taxes.
Yeah.
Not a lot of taxes, but this said $214, and then I think they came out to like $230 after the taxes and stuff. But each I had to pay for 2 tickets because I'm taking my husband, so it came out to like $453.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, but listen, I don't go anywhere.
I mean, for 52
really, you know?
songs, though, that's not a bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
for the love of
and
my life.
From what the girl said, she's like, he puts on a show. Like he's dancing for 3 hours. Like it's
Yeah.
worth it. And I'm like, I
Exactly.
get it, but to me, I know like
No.
7 songs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know
No,
more than that, but
I was gonna say, you
more
know-
than that, but
Way more than that, but
yeah, but I'm like, I'm just,
See, no, I know like a lot of songs. There are like some songs that weren't on the radio too that he's playing because I know the set
Right.
list. I like downloaded a Apple like playlist that somebody created of the set list. So like
that
there's
way you
maybe
can
like
learn 'em.
yeah, there's literally maybe like 8 to 10 that I don't know. But like other than that, I do. So like I'm ready to go. I'm just so excited, and I'm excited to have like a date night with my husband too.
yeah,
You know. Yeah. So, but I'm excited to see both my men on Sunday then because I just love Chris Brown so much. This will be my 3rd time seeing him too. But like the first time I saw him was so good, Jess. Like so good, I cried. And the second time was so bad. Yeah, it was so bad. He didn't even play Run It. I said, "Don't you dare! Like, come in here." And honestly,
How dare
like
you.
Yeah, Ja Rule and Ashanti actually played at that concert, and they were the best. Like, I don't
Oh,
know, it was
wow.
just, yeah, it was weird. But yeah, so I should have an exciting weekend, but
I'm
busy,
excited
but
for you.
exciting.
And I get to see you, so I'm excited for
Yes,
that.
I'm excited to see you too.
So, yeah.
So that is our episode. That was a long one for you, but like it was like, a 2
It's a 2 week
week
episode.
catch up. Yeah, but we will talk to you next time.
Okay, bye.